This is North Georgia's News Talk.
WDUN. This girl is on fire. Where to start this Monday evening. Welcome into Game On, folks, your nightly dose of sports talk on North Georgia's News Talk, WDUN. Coming up in an hour, we'll continue our National Signing Day week when we're joined in studio by Gainesville track star Sarah Hayes, who's going to Wofford next year. In 45 minutes, Georgia Southern football coach Willie Fritz gives us a wrap-up of National Signing Day where the Eagles are concerned. And in 30 minutes, national recruiting analyst for 24/7 Sports, Kip Adams, will join us to talk Georgia signee Lorenzo Carter, Georgia signee Hunter Atkinson, and Georgia Tech signee Miles Autry. But where to start? Producer Brian Perkle, any idea where we should start?
Why not Coach Tony Lotti?
Hey, why not Hunter Atkinson's high school coach, West Hall football coach, Tony Lotti? Coach, thanks so much for being with us. I know this has been a busy day for you and probably for Hunter, but we wanted to have you on the show tonight because I tell you the surprise in this area in the last few years was getting the news this morning that Hunter was switching from Cincinnati. He had been offered a scholarship by Georgia last night, had accepted that scholarship, and was signing with the Bulldogs. Thanks for being with us, Coach.
Well, thank you for having me. It's been a long night and a long day, but I'll tell you, KB, it's been a great day for Hunter and a great day for West Hall football and West Hall High School.
Absolutely. Speak so highly of what you're doing in that program. And we talked ad nauseum about that when we had you on the coaches show back in the fall. So we won't go into it today. We want to stick to Hunter and how he, how did this come about, Coach Lotti? How did he end up signing with the University of Georgia?
Well, to be honest with you, it's one of those things that unfortunate timing kind of kept him late in the process with me moving him to tight end last season and, me coming to West Hall. And it's just one of those things that the timing, especially with the bigger schools, they had already offered a lot of the kids, well in advance. And so it was just one of those things that we just kept believing in doing the right things. And Georgia had actually been honest with us the whole way through that, they really liked Hunter. They were watching Hunter. They felt like he was going to be a great addition for them, but they had to basically, free up a spot for him, and which I could totally respect the offers that they had already made before they knew about Hunter. And so we just kept going with the plan, and, he had a great opportunity present itself with Cincinnati and Purdue and Louisville and several of the other places, and Cincinnati was great. Their coaching staff was wonderful. Everything looked like it was set to go. And then at 5:30 yesterday, my phone rang, and it was Coach Bobo. And the kid had the lifelong dream to be a Georgia Bulldog, and I'm so happy for him. Anytime one of the kids, is able to realize a dream, then that's just a wonderful thing.
How did you have the foresight to move him to tight end?
Well, when I first got to West Hall, I went to a basketball game, and to be honest with you, I watched him running the floor, watched his hands, watched his hips, and things like that. And we had a long talk. Hunter and I started, forming our relationship like I was trying to do with all the kids, and I just basically told him, he felt like, well, because of his size, he was just going to get thrown on the offensive line. And I told him I wanted him to learn and play tight end for us, and he embraced it, and he worked hard, and we spent a lot of time trying to help him develop, and and it just kind of went from there. And then, you kind of saw what happened this year. I felt like we could utilize him in some different respects here to create some mismatches, and we were able to. And we were able to give him the ball a little bit, and he was able to show how talented he is. And I'll be honest with you, KB, his best football I really feel is way out in front of him. He's a great kid, and I'm so happy for him.
Following in the footsteps of former West Hall star, former Georgia star Martrez Milner is Hunter Atkinson, and signing with the University of Georgia, something that really came to light last night, ended up doing it this morning, was quite a surprise to all of us who follow high school football, follow college football in this area. I want to wrap up with you, West Hall coach Tony Lotti, and say this. You one of, your philosophies in coaching is that you're there, yes, to win games, yes, but really build great young men. So what does it mean to you, football aside, really, that Hunter is getting to fulfill a dream and go to the University of Georgia?
Well, it's real important because of a lot of the different things to try to do with the kids. So when they get an opportunity like this, especially if they worked hard, that they're in the best possible position to be ready for it. And, everything from how we try to involve ourselves with our younger Spartans and at the elementary school, and the mentorship programs of trying to do that, and to teach leadership type skills with our older kids and mentoring for the younger ones. And, that was something Hunter really, he thrived at, because, he's a big kid, and so kids would naturally flock to him. So he's been great with that part of it. And then also how we deal, with people in our school building and our community, and just, a simple thing of doing the right things, and the right things will follow. And today, Hunter's proven testament of that, as well as the other kids at our school and our program, that just simply do the right things, do right, and right will follow.
Coach Tony Lotti, congratulations on sending this man on his way, this young man, Hunter Atkinson, on his way. You had a lot to do with where he's going for the next 4 or 5 years, and you should be proud of that. Thank you so much for joining Game On. I hope you get some rest this evening after a busy, busy day.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much for having me, KTB. Always a pleasure.
Sure thing. Coach Tony Lotti, folks, West Hall football coach again. His tight end, Hunter Atkinson, been tight end the last 2 years for Tony Lotti. Really showed his worth this year at the tight end position for West Hall. And was going to sign with Cincinnati, folks, flat out, until this morning. And then he got an offer from Georgia, and he signed with the University of Georgia. And what a great thing. We'll have Hunter Atkinson in studio with us tomorrow to talk more from his perspective about his signing with Georgia. But just a great thing for that young man. Also, we should all be so proud when things like that happen, when our young people get to realize a dream. And a lot of them did today, including Sarah Hayes, Gainesville track star, who's going to join us in about 45 minutes in studio. She's going to Wofford to run track. Coming up, Mark Rick's thoughts on Hunter Atkinson, along with a check on traffic and weather. This is Game On WDUN.